Um, and then she said to me, "Pretty sure you don't have that problem." I'm pretty sure that isn't a compliment. Also totally true. You know those old-fashioned dance competitions back in the day, like last one still standing on the dance floor after 24 hours wins? That would be me with therapy. I'm like the pie-eating champ of therapy. I could go all day. Just when you think I've exhausted my issues. Inner child for the win. Let's explore just how 3-year-old Stephanie began dabbling in people-pleasing and anxious attachment style. Mm-hmm. So don't you hate it when you've just had therapy and then like immediately something terrible happens? Like, what a waste of a copay. You know, it's like getting a massage and then falling down a flight of stairs. Or you leave the salon and a bird shits in your hair. I mean, I feel like Alanis could have done something with this, you know. It's a bad breakup when you just had therapy. So, a little more about me. I am a former 1980s talented and gifted girl. Yeah, yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Which is my way of telling you that I'm a perimenopausal perfectionist with anxiety and ADHD. So I was finally diagnosed with ADHD at age 45. Did you know that it is a year-long process to get a diagnosis? Mm-hmm. For the first 11 months, you think about scheduling an evaluation. And then the last month is phone tag. You're like, did I actually return their call? Or did I just think about calling and then get distracted by that BuzzFeed quiz? Which Breakfast Club character are you? Like, I think phone tag should be their whole screening process. Be like, this woman forgot to call us back 3 times in a row. Let's just skip the middleman and DoorDash her some Ritalin. So, a lesser known aspect of ADHD is the compulsion to diagnose everyone with ADHD. Mm-hmm. You do that, don't you? And TV characters included. It's sort of like a neurodivergent namaste. The ADHD in me sees and honors the ADHD in you. I see you, Lorelai Gilmore, Mrs. Maisel. Are there any other happily divorced people out here tonight? Yeah, you guys sound happy. Divorced women make people very uncomfortable. We are terrifying. It's like, I don't know if people think maybe we're contagious or just secretly running surveillance on everyone else's shitty marriage. If they're not wrong. I'm like, oh, Brian and Lindsay's passive-aggressive conversation at the Michael Franti concert really took me back to the great Costco throwdown of 2012. Like, I basically just walk around with a notebook collecting data on toxic exchanges at back-to-school night. There are a lot of them. So my divorced friend told me that a man actually said to her, "The biggest threat to marriage these days is divorced women." I know, bold words. Like, it's like there are dudes who really think we are recruiting for our divorce pyramid scheme. Beware the super spreaders of independence and better orgasms. Like, listen, Greg, it's not my fault that you're using the wrong love language and can't find the clit. I mean, forget the zombie apocalypse. It's divorced women bringing down society. Pretty soon they're going to start inoculating the masses against us and insisting we wear masks. Surprise, we've been masking our whole marriages. Thank you. But really, women get nervous around us too. You start to hear a lot of unsolicited, "My husband and I are in a really great place right now." Calm down, Janet. I'm sure dear old David really is the king of oral. So, perimenopause plus divorce is fun. I used to think that peri meant not as bad as menopause. You can laugh at that as well. If you have experience with it, you know that that is not the case. Peri just means almost, like you're almost there. So when my married friends tell me they're considering an open marriage, I'm like, oh, you're in peri-divorce. Other signs of peri-divorce include waking in the night with homicidal rage towards your sleeping partner and feeling frequently unexpectedly hot for fictional vampires. Your sexy mailman, that guy from The Bear. Yes, chef. But listen, in all seriousness, the divorce rate is pretty high. And if you were genuinely concerned about whether your marriage is going to make it, I happen to have a foolproof test. You want to hear it, don't you? I can tell by the terrified silence. Just calm down. Okay, so have you heard of the Celebrity Hall Pass? Okay, it's basically the famous person you're allowed to sleep with. Now, if you haven't heard it, don't be embarrassed. My friend had to explain this to my parents when they came to one of my shows. And after the whole event was done, my dad blurts out, "Angie Dickinson!" But don't panic, there's nothing wrong with having a hall pass. Your partner has one too. TikTok says it's healthy. But if your hall pass wouldn't have sex with your partner's hall pass, okay, think it through, then you may have a problem. Okay, stick with me. So my divorce should not have come as a surprise. Miley Cyrus and Stephen Colbert. Maybe a chasm too wide to bridge. If you find yourself in a B. Arthur Channing Tatum situation, should probably call a divorce attorney. Now listen, my dad also knew that my mom's hall pass was Burt Reynolds, okay? And I don't know for a fact, but I think Burt Reynolds and Angie Dickinson would probably be DTF. That means down to fuck. And my parents have been married for 50 years, so just saying. Now, political differences are not the top red flag in relationships. It's hall pass incompatibility syndrome. Ask your therapist about HPIS today. So people love to ask divorced women when we're going to get back out there. And a lot of things have changed since I was last out there. When I was dating in my 20s, premature ejaculation was apparently quite a concern. This is not the case when you're dating men in their 40s and 50s. In fact, the opposite is true. Geriatric ejaculation? I don't know. Listen, if they can say it to us when we're pregnant over 35, we can say it to you, men. Thank you. But really, seriously, I'm like, I do not have all day, sir. Come on. I'm happy to give a blowjob, but this is a blow career. I mean, like, this is C-suite behavior, and I applied for an internship. So. Also now we say STI instead of STD. Infection's a little gentler on the ego than disease. I mean, STI is giving less 1980s dad. You're cruising for a bruising, young lady. It's more participation award vibes. Follow your bliss, son. It's just an infection. Condoms are still the same. Just tearing open the package is enough to kill the mood. Sounds like someone's hiding under the bed, eating a bag of Doritos. But how do you trust anyone out there? Like, is it an honor system thing? Do you ask for a note from their doctor? I just got tested, I'm totally clean. Okay, Chad, receipt please. Like, do you get an exposure notification like with COVID? You may have come into contact with a super spreader. Like, I wish I could just scan your dick with my iPhone. Can you make this thing any bigger? But really, I think there should be an app to avoid these awkward conversations, right? Yes, an app. It has all your most recent STI labs, maybe a vasectomy tracker. Chad said he had one, but did he really? There could be a tab called Fucked Anyone I Know. It's useful. People could leave performance reviews. I mean, you could rule out all kinds of deal breakers, like gonorrhea frequent flyers, cross-contamination with your in-laws, passionate backyard chicken owners. I mean, no more cringy conversations. Just scan my QR code and you can find me on Clapchat. Okay, so any dog owners out here? Who has dogs? Okay, so me too, I too. The thing that drives me crazy about dog ownership is that my dogs refuse to go downstairs to pee in the morning without me. It's like every day is Christmas Day for these little neutered princes. They're like, Mom, can we go down now? Come on, are you ready? Are you ready now? And I'm like, just fucking go without me. I'm on the toilet. We have a doggy door. Carpe your own diem. And I am genuinely curious as to whether other dogs do this, or if this is just a hypoallergenic dog thing. Because let's be honest, they are the special snowflakes of the canine community. Hypoallergenic dogs know that they pretty much exist only to be a furry weighted blanket for their anxious owners. You know what I'm talking about. Codependency is a problem. So, do you guys remember the very controversial pit bull ban back in the day? Yeah. People were very upset about it, thought it was unjust. I'm also against the ban, not because I particularly give a shit about pit bulls, but because I think we really need to focus on banning the real enemy. Golden doodles. Yeah, I'm about to trash doodles in Boulder County. Hashtag so brave. Yeah, but no, they're awful, and I can say this because I willingly adopted one and brought him into my home. And some of you are mad at me for saying this about doodles. And if that's you, I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but you are in an abusive relationship. Like, I'd love to hear from someone who knows a doodle that isn't 4 prescriptions deep with an animal behaviorist at the ready. Mm-hmm. Now, my golden doodle Tigger is actually a therapy dog. By that I mean he has a therapist. He's anxious, devious, and completely obsessed with me. It's giving codependent canine stalker. He steals my underwear when I'm on Zoom meetings. I take my eyes off him for 10 seconds and it's too late. I'm now the proud owner of yet another pair of DIY crotchless panties. I don't even like thongs. Now you might think the stalker thing is a little harsh, but you should know this. He only eats underwear that I recently wore. His kink was getting expensive, and I was tired of him destroying my favorite Victoria's Secret seamless hipsters, so I found a workaround. I now buy cheap underwear at Walmart, wear it for a few hours, and then hide it in the laundry basket, so he feels proud of himself for discovering a high-value item. Such a classic how to handle men trick. He has to think it was his idea. Who knew 14 years of marriage would have prepared me for special needs dog training? I think there might be a business opportunity in this situation though. Like, I've seen Orange is the New Black. I know what the going rate is to be an inmate's panty pen pal. Could probably charge more if they were in shreds. You know? They'd be like, wow, this chick must be an animal in bed. Nay, has an animal in bed. Now, listen, I have not been completely honest with you guys, and I am really sorry to bring down the mood, but Tigger actually died recently. I know, it's sad, and it might seem very inappropriate for me to be telling jokes about him eating my underwear. But my therapist said it's important closure, given that it was literally his cause of death. Yeah, people say that Tigger lives on inside me, but in reality, part of me was probably inside of him because he died doing what he loved, eating the crotch out of my dirty underwear. You guys have been great. Thank you so much. Thank you. I would love to bring to the stage my co-producer, Joe Huseman, who is also the founder and creator of Second Chance Comedy. Let's give it up for Joe Huseman.